Next up, we have senior citizen, veteran, and community organizer for Pawtucket, Mr. Addison.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. My name is Richard Addison. I'm probably the oldest guy in here. I'm 83 years old. The reason why I'm dressed in black is because I'm in mourning. Mourning for a sister who got brutally murdered in her own home by a police officer who happened to have 6 different jobs before getting to Springfield, Illinois. 6 different positions in the course of 1 year. What does that tell you? This man was unqualified, released by other companies, other departments, but they were allowed to move on to go somewhere else. That should be criminalized. When you kill somebody in one city or you kill someone in another city, it's the same thing. Now, another reason why I got on black is because I'm thankful to my God that I'm still here. 83 years old, living in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where I was born and raised. The only time I never slept in Rhode Island is when I was in the United States Marine Corps. I served my country to come home to find out that things don't change. To be free is not something that comes easy. You have to work and work and work. We have to unite, and fight. We'll take 2 steps forward and then we'll go 1 step backwards. Now I, at 83, was in my community room having a meeting where I was the president of the association. One of the young ladies did not like the questions I asked of the former president and the treasurer. Someone called the police. The police came in, and when they walked in, the police officer put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, "Come on, boy, I'm giving you 3 seconds to get up and get out of here." And I said, "What?" He said, "You heard me, 3 seconds to get up or you get out of here." I said, here's a piece of paper. I'm the president. He said, "I don't want to see that. I was told to remove you from this building." Well, at 83 years old, and a cancer survivor twice, I have neuropathy from chemotherapy and radiation. All that stuff has an effect on your body. I have the strength now of maybe a 14, maybe even 12-year-old boy. I do not have the strength or the desire to be physically fighting with anybody who is young, dumb, and has a gun and a badge. A gun and a badge. Why would I choose to fight him? Well, when he put his hand on me and pulled me up, my legs just run rubbery. What happened is I stumbled and I fell, and when I started to fall, I put my hands out, and they put my hand on his chest, and the other hand went on underneath his arm. Well, he just took it. Well, I'll just take this guy and flip him over and slam him to the floor. And he did just that. He slammed me to the floor. In our building, anytime anyone stumbles and falls, what do you think is the first thing they say to the person? "Lady, stay still, we're calling the rescue." We're calling the rescue because we know that when an 83-year-old person hits the floor, the chances of him being hurt or needing medical help would be the thing to do. Well, after he threw me to the floor, he decided to jump on my back and punch me in the face 3 or 4 times. The people in the room were saying, "Why are you punching the old man? Why are you punching the old man?" He said, "I'm trying to get him to turn over." Well, we had a police officer when I was laying down who was behind me on my legs and on my thigh. I couldn't roll over at all. But when they finally got me where they could roll me over and to get me up, my legs were still weak. They held me against the wall, let me stand there. And I'll tell you, we had a couple of policemen who come in. And you know where the word policeman started. They're not peace officers, they're police. They come in with the power of their establishment, their city, their state. They come with authority. They got a badge, they got a gun, they do what they please. I saw the black officer and I said, "Why couldn't you even help me? You're supposed to be your brother." And he looked at me, he said, "No, you're not my brother. My brothers are the guys who are wearing this blue uniform. My brothers are the ones who were wearing this uniform." So he brought me over to the police car, and I said, "What do we do now?" He said, "You're going to be arrested for assault, simple assault, disturbing the peace, and resisting arrest." Well, I got a lawyer, and my lawyer said to the city of Pawtucket, "Show me the videos." The gentleman who threw me down, who jumped on me, guess what? His body cam wasn't working. His body cam wasn't working. Doesn't that make sense? It's always the body cam wasn't working. How about the other officers who were there? Well, they weren't functioning either. So now they come up with a video in my community room where I'm sitting in front of the lady talking to her. Now I thank God I'm still alive, because you know what? If he had tased me, I would have been dead. And of course, if he decided to shoot me, I would have been dead. And I feel blessed that the good Lord decided to control that man's mind where he didn't want to take my life. But now we're in court, and my lawyer says, "Stay away from the press. Don't give any interviews." And I told him that's not what his job is. My job is to do what is right. My job is to speak up. My job is to speak up and tell the truth. You know, they say the truth will set you free. But see, we've been told as black people a lot of lies. And they don't mind lying to us. I often wondered if the Caucasian race is truly the superior race. Why do they have to have all these obstacles and traps and ways to hold us back? What is their need to do things that they do to us to slow us down? Segregated schools. I'm going to tell you, when they said we're going to take the black family because they're struggling, we're going to save them. We're going to have a thing called Mother's Aid, and we're going to support the black women with a minimum income, as long as you didn't have a black man in the house. Why wasn't the bill written that we were going to have a thing called Father's Aid, where we put the man in charge, let him support the family and get subsidies where he could control what's going on in his family? It's all the game. They know what they're doing. They know how to distract us from being successful. Now, when I joined the Marine Corps, when I came home, a lot of my high school classmates, white friends, and believe me, I was raised in Pawtucket my whole life. I have a lot of white people who are my friends, people that I can trust, that I can participate with on any type of event. But the city government and the city council have done nothing. I started a group in Pawtucket in 1973. It was called PUMA, People United for Minority Advancement. We were responsible for the first black man to be put on the police department. We got the first black policeman on in 1973. And in the same year, we got 2 black firemen put on the fire department. We represented about maybe 14% of the population, but there were no blacks in City Hall. All I want to tell you is, being black is one thing, but don't say, I'm a man. I am a man who happened to be black. That's what it is. I'm a man that happened to be black. They don't mind fighting about my gender, but they damn sure want to fight you for your race. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.